Hi and welcome to Wolves World for episode 7 of 5 in 5. This is where we talk 5 topics about Wolverhampton Wanderers in 5 minutes. Please don't forget to hit like and subscribe and follow me on my other platforms, Twitter and Instagram at northernwolf10 and my website www.wolvesworld.org. Thank you. Point number 1, Leicester City tomorrow. Leicester are a team who historically have given some excellent games against Wolves over the years, even recently. However, the last game we did lose 1-0 in a very dismal display, very little creativity. Things have changed since then, mainly Leicester have improved and Wolves haven't really. But the victory over Arsenal last time out should spur us on to at least give this game a go. I think we are 3 points better off than we maybe thought we would be so far from these run of 4 games, and we need to take that positivity forward and really go at Leicester. Not going to offer a prediction, but I am hoping for an open game with some chances, probably at either end. And Wolves just really need to see Leicester as a chance to see what they can do, and if we lose it, it's fine. They're a good team and there's no shame in that. Point number 2, do we go back to a back 5 or do we continue with a 4 like we did at Arsenal, which while it was 11v11 looked very suspect. For me, I would be probably tempted to go to a back 5 for this game. However, who plays left wing back is quite open for debate. We seem to have a real injury crisis in that particular position. Johnny's back in training, which is great, but by all accounts there'll be no Saiss and no Nuri this week either. For me, Semedo to left wing back and Hoover comes in, who's been quite solid when he's played right wing back, with Kilman, Bolly and Cody as a back 3. That's what I'd like to see. I think the back 4 will leave us way too open against Leicester City, who have lots of attacking flair, especially through the central areas of the field, and then the returning Jamie Vardy will probably do very well against us, as will Harvey Barnes, and then James Maddison is a constant threat. So for me, it's the back 5. Point number 3, Podence is by all accounts out tomorrow, which is a real shame for him and for the team, because he's the sort of player that you want to get a run of games under his belt and we can build that sort of attacking confidence, because he is one of our key players in that part of the pitch. But if he is out tomorrow, it does leave open some choices. One choice is to bring back in a defensive midfielder or a larger midfielder such as Dendoncker and Otasowie to try and break up the faster play of the Leicester central midfielders. Tielemans for me is an outstanding player, and Otasowie or Donk could do a good job on him. But I think actually Nuno will feel quite brave and buoyed by the result last week, and I think he will just like for like swap and bring in Vitinha. Of course, that's if he sticks with the back 4. If he opts for the back 5, losing Podence has made that very easy for his team selection. You simply add in one of the fullbacks, drop Kilman in, and you play without that Hall or number 10 player with Podence being absent. Point number 4. Moutinho obviously had a better game last week, which included an absolute thunderbolt to win the game against Arsenal. While I am delighted to see that, and it hopefully has brought back some of his confidence, because let's face it, Moutinho is not the player, or hasn't been the player that he is today because of a career of recycling the ball. He's been dynamic, he's been all action, and he's been creative, and we haven't seen that in a Wolves shirt, certainly this season, and hopefully now that could see him kick on and be more creative in that role. Whether he starts tomorrow, I'm not sure, because I think there is some opportunity in centre midfield. It's one position we've actually got a number of players available, and I wouldn't be surprised if Moutinho fell out of the side tomorrow or comes on later on to see how the game's going. But either way, that was a massive game for him and Wolves against Arsenal, and he did very well. Yet to say it's all sorted and fixed for him or the team, because that was a strange game, and the next run of games will dictate whether we really are out of our slump and whether Moutinho's found his feet again. But ultimately, big step in the right direction for Moutinho and the team. But will he play tomorrow against Leicester? Not so sure right now. And point 5, I'm going to make this a quick one. I was crying out for Wolves to get a new central midfielder in. and the person, or one of the people I had mentioned historically, was Jesse Lingard. Now, Jesse Lingard has obviously scored 2 on his debut for a very good playing West Ham team right now, which is great for him. Shame because I actually don't particularly like West Ham, and I thought that they would fall away, but they're looking very good right now. But I think the sort of player that Lingard is matches up with players like Ali and maybe even Ross Barkley and players like this. And Wolves have consistently let them go through or slip through our fingertips this season in the transfer market, and maybe our eyes should be open for the future, not necessarily to sign Lingard, but that kind of player. Someone who, yes, will have some tough games and maybe won't work defensively as well as other central midfielders might, but they offer something that we currently don't have, which is a central midfielder who is first thought is to get in the box and score a goal. But anyway, I just wanted to leave on that 5th point for today. Thanks very much for watching. That's all from me today. Please check out my other episodes of 5 in 5. This has been episode 7. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and I'll see you again shortly. Thank you. Bye-bye.